Alright everyone, how's it going? It's Black Chaos here, and I have a very special guest with me today. Would you kindly introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is SuperColdChaos, and I am the newest member of Hellfire Commentaries.
Yes, he is. I'm not gonna lie, I've been BSing about this Star Fox Adventure playthrough, and I've been meaning to have this up faster, so I said, why don't we do something different? Let me invite somebody who can help me through this terrible part of the game that I hate with the extreme passion.
And he decided to pick a guy who knows nothing about Star Fox Adventure.
Because that's how I roll.
Yes.
But, so, you said you don't know anything about Star Fox, so...
Oh, well, that's not necessarily true. I have played 64, so I at least know that
64.
much.
Okay, but...
And I have seen reviews of Star Fox Adventure, so I know it's bad.
I myself wouldn't say it's bad. It has its moments. It's just one of those games that a lot of times it's hit or miss.
So it's more mediocre than bad.
Yeah, more mediocre. I enjoyed the game enough to keep do a playthrough of it, because if I didn't enjoy the game, I wouldn't do a playthrough of it.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Well, sometimes you would want to do a bad playthrough just for laughs.
Yeah, true. But the voice acting in this game is like iffy at times too. I hated this cutscene.
And well, a lot of early games back when they started voice acting, they had a lot of bad moments. Like I have a lot of early PlayStation 2 games like Dot Hack or Zone of the Enders, and if you listen to the voice acting, it's bad there, even though those games are highly praised.
Yeah,
So,
it's understandable.
I mean, it's not like Castlevania. The newest Castlevania game where they have Patrick Stewart in it.
Yeah, I actually never got the chance to play that. I've been meaning to buy it, but I just never went and did it.
I have it, and Patrick Stewart in that game is amazing.
So I'm gonna have to pick it up so I can hear his amazing voice.
Oh, yes. Now, let's actually try and get on topic, and from what I remember from Star Fox Adventure is that you're on some kind of dinosaur planet.
Yeah, it's just, you get a call about this planet's breaking apart and whatnot, and you have to basically go down there and save the planet, and you find out that you have to collect these stones, warp stones, that will make it so that the planet will come back together.
Huh, you'd think a planet breaking apart would be more like Sonic Unleashed, where the planet literally does break apart.
Yeah, it's a lot like it, because the planet is like, parts of it is actually floating out in space and you fly to it. And at the moment, this section is not even the warp stones, it's the Kazoa spirits, which is also another part of the story where you actually meet up. You see this girl trapped into this crystal. Her name's Crystal.
The legendary Crystal.
Yes, and you see her trapped in there, and you have to help her because Fox is like now got the biggest hard-on for her in the world.
Oh, look, going on the internet, I can see why.
Yeah, the internet's a scary place.
It's always a scary place.
I hated this. I made this section look really easy, but back when I first started playing this as a kid, this section kicked my ass. Like this whole area kicked my ass hard.
Yeah, that thing you just did, it kind of looked like you were playing DDR with a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah, it helped me out.
Thanks for helping our queen, Fox.
But
I'm glad I can return the favor.
my whole thing with this section is just it's hard for no reason.
Hard for no reason.
As a kid, I make the next part coming up, the little trials, I make that look really easy, but when I kid, that was just the worst time for me. It made me stop playing the game for like a year.
Yeah, it's really hard to say that something is really hard, and yet you're beasting it in a playthrough. It's like, yeah, if you played this section, you would know how bad this is, but unfortunately, you're not playing it, so... Oops.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of standing over there looking at that little section, because it was my demon. That was my demon. But that's a little later on, so you see me wandering around a bit, because I got a little lost, not gonna lie.
Oh yes, professionalism. You always expect that.
Yeah, it happens a lot with me. It's just a little lost. Because at first I wasn't planning on staying here. I was going to move to another section, but then it just didn't let me leave, so I had to do it.
Ah. And so, where are we headed now?
we're actually going to meet up with the chief to talk about the trials and whatnot, but it takes me a minute to get there.
Trials. I'm getting flashbacks
yeah.
to Sonic 06.
That game.
Oh man,
That game.
Yeah, to make the experience complete, you just gotta keep adding loading times and just random areas.
Yeah, this is. I would call this a random area if it wasn't for the fact that the Kazoa Spirit is here.
Yeah, let me just tell you what you have to do, loading screen. Let me tell you again about what you have to do, loading screen. Do the mission, loading screen. And, you failed, do it again, loading screen.
You finally completed the mission, loading screen.
Sonic 06 in a nutshell.
Basically.
Is load time in this game any bad, if you ever ran into it?
There's actually really not much load time in this game at all. It's just you go to the next section and it's just like you're right there. It's basically, I don't think there's really any load times at all. Just everything transfers pretty fast. I know the load time's probably in the middle, like when you take off on your R-wing and go to the next planet, but that's just takes like a few seconds.
And we just saw the infamous Fox holding his hands up into the air when he's holding something like Link. Is that as bad as all of the critics said it was? Like, he does that for everything?
He does it for everything.
Oh, wow.
It's one of those moments where the game is a miss. He keeps doing it.
One of those moments where you just put your hands in your palms and say, yeah, the critics, they got that to a T. There's a reason everybody makes fun of it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what they thought that was a good idea. It's just, it seemed like it could have worked, but not every time. The game, you pick up something, it's like, you'll see it, I think, maybe 4 more times before the end of this.
Oh, wow. Oh, sweet, a rock. Da-na-na-na.
See, I'm about to do it right now.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty bad, but, and I see Tricky doesn't want to listen. I hate those little things. They attack out of nowhere.
Those bird things that just hit you for no reason?
Yeah. As you can see, he's still doing it. Like, I could probably cut this out and it would be in like maybe 2 minutes shorter.
Was she just holding a fudge pyramid?
Looks like it.
I want a fudge pyramid. That'd be awesome.
Climbing up ladders. I think his climbing speed is pretty slow compared to his walking speed.
You know, I really want to see an adventure game that really is like self-aware of how stupid some of the things you pick up look.
Yeah.
You picked up a banana apple. I don't know whether to peel it or just eat it like this.
Do I need this? What does this serve?
You got food. Durr.
If I needed food, I would have went somewhere expensive to eat.
I would have actually gone to a restaurant. I mean, yeah, it would clog my arteries, but
I'll be alright.
You're going to use this item for one puzzle, and then it's going to take up room in your inventory. Hooray! Every adventure game in a nutshell.
Everyone, even this one, kind of. If this had a limited space, the game would probably be a lot worse than it is currently.
Imagine if it was like Elder Scrolls or Fallout, where you can actually slow down if you have too much inventory.
That would suck, because Fox doesn't run the fastest at all, and he slides when he runs anyway, so...
Okay, I'm almost done with this mission. If only I didn't have so much crap to carry.
I would not play this game if it did that.
Yeah. Speaking of Star Fox, there's the new 3DS game based on the N64. Well, it is the N64 game, just moved to the 3DS.
Yeah. I actually have yet to pick up my 3DS, but that was one of the first games I wanted to get for it.
Yeah, I have a 3DS. I only played the new Star Fox game at like a Target, and it plays pretty well. I mean, they only had a demo of the story mode, but I've heard like all this amazing stuff. Like, it has online multiplayer. It takes pictures of your face when you get shot down, and it sounds really cool.
Yeah, if I didn't hear about the multiplayer, because I actually didn't really pay much attention to it, but that was one of the things I loved in the first one, in the Star Fox 64, because I played with my sister all the time, and she hated playing me because I won all the time, but it was still fun when we played. No, we just disregard that puzzle, because the puzzle was stupid.
Oh, yeah.
But now we're running to actually see the chief and talk about stuff that's really stupid.
And you think he's anything like Lord Guru from Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, there was a fish. Kick its ass. Well, he's not fat like Lord Guru, but
Looks lazy looking.
yeah, he is still lazy. And if I'm correct, all the aliens in this game, they don't speak English, but yet it's kind of like a Chewbacca theory, where they somehow understand and the characters can still speak with them even though they're speaking plain English.
They actually, Slippy made something, a device to make it so Fox could talk to him, because the very first time you talk to him, they speak gibberish and he couldn't understand the words you were saying.
So what, when Fox wasn't looking, Slippy just shoved this voice decoder in his wind box, and it causes him to speak in this alien tongue even though he's speaking plain English?
Basically.
That's messed up when you think about it.
It's very messed up. And this is, they're laughing because the trials are cheap. The first one is very easy. Second one, as a kid, it was hard. I make it look easy.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Elder was actually speaking like Jabba the Hutt?
That would be the best thing ever.
Like they took lines from Return of the Jedi, and they just they had him say that.
Alright, we're gonna stop it here. On the next one, continue on. Peace.
Later.